Welcome back to another episode of The Blueprint, sponsored by Slow Burn Brakes. I'm your host, Calvin Custance. On The Blueprint, we interview talented athletes and they share knowledge that they have collected over their time playing their sport. From balancing life and relationships to recruiting and training, there is always something that you can learn. This week's guest is Shamar Heard, a 3-star wide receiver and running back from Chippewa High School. Shamar is also a national champion sprinter, posting a time of 46.02 seconds on his 400-meter dash. He is currently a junior in high school. Shamar isn't committed anywhere, but is garnering lots of interest from D1 and D2 colleges. Welcome to the show, Shamar. So today we got Shamar Heard, a 3-star receiver and running back from Chippewa High School, who is also a very, very good track athlete. National champion, if I'm something like that, right?
Yep, national champion at 400 meter.
Wow. What's your time for 400 meter?
46.02.
That's crazy. Making me feel slow over here. But yeah, so before we get deep into things, I'm gonna go through a few just fun questions. So what's your favorite food?
I actually like taco salad. Taco salad, spaghetti is top tier for me.
Oh yeah. I haven't had taco salad in a while. Taco salad that was one. Have you ever had it in a Ziploc bag where you just put all the ingredients in a bag and then kind of mix it up?
No, I never did that.
That's how I used to have it when I was a kid with Doritos and stuff. It's pretty good.
It's like a walking taco.
Yeah, a walking taco. Favorite class at school?
Like jewelry class. That's real nice.
Yeah. And do you got a favorite movie?
Black Panther. Black Panther is just that movie.
You excited for the sequel to come out, or?
Kind of. Actually, I'm a little worried for it. Actually,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, lost the biggest, the main character of that movie, but
yeah,
I feel like they'll come through for it.
Yeah, it's not gonna be the same without him, but hopefully they can give him the respect he deserves. And then, do you have a favorite song or musical artist?
I listen to too many music. I don't really have a favorite song right now. I listen to so much music, man.
Do you have a favorite genre when you're working out that's your favorite to listen to?
I like listening to just normal hip hop, rap, stuff like that. Mainly working out, I listen to a lot of Lil Durk working out. So he really keeps me locked in.
Yeah. And then, do you play video games at all? And if so, do you have a favorite video game?
Yeah, I was I was just playing one. I play Call of Duty. Call of Duty is my favorite game right now. It's been my favorite game ever since it came out.
Yeah, do you have a favorite? I don't play Call of Duty, so I'm just gonna say favorite specific game because I don't know if it's called something else or anything. But
my game mode is Warzone. Warzone Resurgence. That's the only thing I really play anymore.
Okay, that's cool. Do you have a favorite animal?
Fox.
Why is a fox your favorite animal?
Because foxes are, of course they're fast, but I like that they're clever and they're funny too. So it's kind of it describes me, I say.
That's cool.
Funny, smart, clever, and of course I get goofy, so it is what it is.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Do you have any family traditions or anything?
Not really. I say our family tradition is just making up last minute get-togethers.
Yeah.
Nothing is really as planned out. It's just, hey, we getting together here on this amount of time on Saturday. So it's just I say that's the family tradition.
That's cool. Yeah, Christmas is great. We have a family tradition. We used to go to Traverse City. My grandparents used to have a house there, but now they're down here. But we would just open presents and have a good dinner. Christmas is fun though. Just that whole season. I'm not ready to think about that yet because we're just jumping into fall and football season and all that. But when the time comes, it's super fun. And then, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Where would it be at? I say this is for future reference, when I'm retired and everything. I definitely live in the Bahamas, Calabasas area.
Yeah.
Live out my last, how many years I got left, and a place like that would be pretty nice. But probably like in the United States, somewhere in, California,
Hmm.
Atlanta, around there.
Yeah. And then what are some of your hobbies outside of sports?
Video games. I have a dog, so I like, playing with a dog. Listening to mad music. Just
Hmm.
I can't do like not one thing without listening to music. So really it's just playing games, relaxing, listening to music, and having fun with the family.
Yeah, I hear you. So now we're just gonna talk about your history playing the sport. And so for everyone who doesn't know, I've already introduced you, but you play football and you play track. Do you play anything in the winter or
I do indoor track in the winter.
sweet. So how long have you played football and then how long have you done track?
I started playing football in fourth grade. I started with the East Side Eagles. Great. That was like where I found a little bit was with the East Side Eagles. And then I started running track around. So my auntie started taking me to like track practices around like 2016, but I wasn't really like into it then. And then 2017 is when I actually had my full AAU season. So about 6 years, honestly.
Hmm.
6 years to 5 years in track.
What events do you run? You mentioned you run the 400 meter, obviously, considering you're the national champion. But do you run any other?
We had a 4x14, but I run 100, 200. I did long jump. So those were like my events that I was always doing.
And then have you always played receiver and running back, or did you play any other positions?
I was mostly a running back. I didn't really get into being a receiver until like last year. I never like my primary focus was always running back because I was inspired by Drake Bell. Drake Bell was the reason why I had number 35 my first year. So it was like I wanted to be a running back all the time, but with my size and everything, of course something had to change. So yeah, I
Hmm.
just started being a receiver about my sophomore year of high school. It was my first time playing full time.
And what do you like specifically about receiver or about running backs? You've played that for your whole life.
I like running back because it's like the feeling, the minute you get the ball, it's all 11 guys. It's like, but with the receiver, you have probably like four guys really coming to get you after you get the ball. But receiver's fun because you really get to show off your agility and your speed and everything. Where running back is more of a lot of being patient and then burst through the gaps and then showing your speed. So I think I like the fact that I could just run around, make people look silly.
Hmm. Do you watch much college or professional football?
I like watch college football. College football is interesting. You never know what's gonna happen. I watch professional too, but I really only catch like second quarter to like the end of the game.
Hmm. Do you have a favorite college team?
Uh, Growing up, family's a Michigan fan. We're like Michigan State, like divided. So,
Yeah.
I like my household's a Michigan family for sure.
All right. And then do you have a favorite player on like either Michigan or just a favorite player in general besides you mentioned Drake Bell?
Um, I like John Ross. John Ross, even though he got injured, he was real. He was a problem. Tavon Austin was a problem. Tyreek Hill still a problem to this
Yeah,
day.
he's still a
You
problem.
know. All right, so I like the more shorter, fast guys on the end. Calvin,
Yeah.
can't forget about Kelvin Johnson because I'm a Detroit Lions fan to the heart, dude.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I know. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, Calvin's one of the best to ever play the game, and John Ross at Washington, bro. Some of those highlight tapes, bro. It's insane.
yeah,
Just he's just faster than everyone else. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just like players like that. It's just special.
man, I wish he could have stayed healthy.
I know it's such a shame. There's just like there's so many what ifs with players like that. Or like Saquon is too early to say what if because obviously he's 25, but still
Yeah,
like that he had an insane rookie season and just injuries, snagging injuries just affected that.
yeah, it's a big setback.
Hmm. So when would you say you started taking football or track serious in terms of like playing at the college level?
I started, taking football like serious in college level. My second year playing, I think about my second year playing when I was about probably 11, 12, I started seeing the other guys like, bro, they were quick because at the time, I'm always watching the Lions. So it was Matthew Stafford, Megatron before he retired, Theo Reddick, Amir Abdullah. Like, so it was like watching those guys. It was like, bro, they small and they quick. I thought I could be able to do that.
Yeah.
And then, watching Drake Bell, because Drake Bell was the starting running back at the time when I started playing. So I was like, I want to be up there with them. So that's kind of where it was for me.
Yeah, that's really cool. And then when would you say your college recruiting journey like started? Like when would you start doing camps? When did you start getting like receiving offers from schools?
I actually received an offer before I went to my first camp. I know it seems kind of weird.
Really?
I didn't start doing camps till at the end of my freshman year. Man, I got an offer May, May of my freshman year from Syracuse. So before that, I never did camps. I never been to a college like campus like that. So it was kind of started a little late, honestly. But yes, I still do the campus stuff today. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was kind of backwards.
What's your favorite camp that you've done? Like, what would you say is your favorite camp or the camp that you'd recommend for people to do?
Any camp they're invited to. I don't really just go to camps, just go to camps. I go to camps if they want me there. So any camp that, sends you an invite that wants you to go there. I mean, it's just opportunity. So
Yeah.
clearly they got their eye on you. So might as well give them something to look at.
All right. And then you mentioned Syracuse was your first offer. So have you gone to any visits at Syracuse or done any camp there or anything?
No, I haven't done any visits, no camps. I haven't done anything at Syracuse yet. I would like to, but you know, track and everything doesn't fit my schedule.
Mhm. And then have you taken any visits? You mentioned you're at Michigan State. Was that like a visit for football or have you taken any visits
Uh,
to colleges for that?
yeah, that was for football. It was unofficial. Went to Michigan for unofficial. Notre Dame was unofficial. Got a few more on the way, but I am planning on taking an official visit pretty soon.
Nice. And then do you play any you mentioned you indoor track, so I'm assuming you don't do any 7-on-7 leagues or anything in the winter.
Nah.
Well, what do you do? I'm certain how like indoor track leagues work, but is there a league that you do it through?
It's the AAU.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the AAU.
And so kind of on the recruiting side of things, what are you looking for in a college? Like when you eventually commit to that college and want to sign on to the school, like what are you looking for in your
I'm looking
recruiting journey?
for coach, athlete relationships, people that are honest, and a program that really takes care of you and just toss you to the side once you get hurt. I really believe in that. So I just hope this college that actually care for the athletes and don't just give them workouts and just tell them to go do it. And if they hurt, it's like, all right, we got a new one. It's like, nah, if you actually believe in an athlete, we want you to actually like show it and feel that way other than just offering them a scholarship. And after that, it's not much care in the world once you get on campus. So I really think
Hmm.
coaching and connections is all key for me.
Yeah. Have any athletes reached out to you from schools that you've been recruited by to try to get you to go to the schools yet or
I've had like a kind of like a mini joke. Like I don't nobody like from real colleges. Like I don't Brady. Everybody know Brady. He's a dog.
yeah.
So one day he came to Chippewa. He was throwing practicing. I ran a few routes with him, and I'm just like, yo man, you committed. And he's talking about something. Yeah, it'd be nice to get your speed up there. So we joke around and Miami, Ohio, we got Javon. He over there, but I
Hmm.
haven't really had like any like athletes like Central. That just be like, hey, come over here. It's more so just like it's a nice place. I ask for like advice from.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm obviously not going to play sports in college, but I really like Central's campus. Like Central has a really nice campus. Like it seems like a good student body there too. And like it seems like a really good place. So, and then what are some of your long-term goals that you have for either track or football?
I want to do long-term girls are to do what I love for as long as I can. I don't want to be no 1 to 2 to 3 years and I'm done. That just feels like a waste to me after, I'm working what 4 years in high school, 1 to 4 years in college, and then just to be what 3 years in the league. I want to do what I want to do for a long time. So that's really my goal and to stay healthy.
Mm-hmm. And then do you have any idea what you're going to major in yet? Like any idea, like a career
Business and
path?
marketing.
Nice.
Business and marketing.
And then, is there any advice that you'd have for high school athletes just trying to get recruited? Or like any way to put their name out there, kind of like stuff along those lines?
Um, Shoot, we got three things. One thing is to do more than one sport. That will help you a lot, no matter what it is. If it's football and baseball, or basketball, baseball. Do more than one sport. Two, go to any camps that they send you, any camps that that's near your area, that's local. And three, get publicity and make a Twitter, all of that, get your film out there. So those are like the three major things for me.
All right. And then, so we're gonna look back over your not your college career, over your high school career so far, and kind of some of the goals that you have. So, how many years have you been on varsity?
It's my second year on varsity.
All right, and so these are very fun questions. I love talking about these, but so who would you say is the most talented person that you have played with?
Played with like on my team or
Played with like
against.
on your team?
Most talented person. Honestly, I have to say is I got like I don't know. Like I got a lot of people.
Yeah,
My
these
top
ones.
my yeah, my three for sure is a linebacker, Cameron Frazier. I grew up with him. He he fine ball, kill ball. He can hit.
Mhm.
Cash Shaw, our running back and free safety. He his vision's crazy. And then I'd say his brother Kalen Shaw is a receiver. He's real shifty with his routes. So that's like, and you got Sean. He's a sophomore in our team. He's gonna be something special. So it was like our team got a lot of weapons, dude. A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been in the Chippewa school district your whole life?
No, I have not.
Where were you before?
Well, before I was at Prevail, it's at Prevail Academy, and then I was in Wild Elementary. So those were yeah, I jumped between those two.
When did you come to Chippewa, or have you just always been in like the Mac Red for sports, like in that?
I came when I went to Wyandotte, seventh grade in middle school. It's when I moved from where I was staying at, and then we just decided to move schools as well.
Okay. And so you answered who's the most talented player you've played with. So who is the most talented player that you've played against?
I did play. I played the game. The talented player I played against was most definitely like Jordan. Jordan on Central.
Yeah.
He's a beast. I can't pronounce his last name, but
Which one?
yeah,
There's two of them. There's two of them from that
oh
Stevenson team
yeah.
that are playing at Central. It's crazy, bro.
He was number 21. He was number 21. Jordan K.
Oh,
Jordan K.
guy, I'm not even gonna
Jordan
try. I know
K.
who you're talking. The
He,
linebacker.
yeah, he was a dog. I still have a clip from when he threw me as a bubble
Yeah.
screen. I'm thinking I'm doing something. He came out of nowhere and just smacked me, dog. And that was
Yeah.
like my first. That was my first year on varsity. So I was like, yeah, he gave me my welcome to varsity hit. So he was definitely one of the most talented players I played against. Like I said,
Yes.
Chippewa's team got too much talent. Ray Hester, like pure dog. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so I go to Fraser. I play on the football team over at Fraser. And we made the playoffs last year. And in the first round, we played Stevenson. So we go in, we're like, okay, they're really good. They're obviously Mac Red, but let's give them a fight. And then this is the first half. They just like give up like we this game. We give up 49 points and don't score in the first half. It's like, okay. And then they put in their JV team, and we're just like, oh well. But yeah, like those guys were running wild. It's
Yeah,
just
those
like,
guys.
yeah, gave us a taste of Mac Red football right there. Yeah. So, what would you say is the biggest setback or roadblock that you've had in your career, and how have you overcome that?
Um, roadblock was definitely like switching different coaching styles. From the system where I was at, and then switching, positions at the same time was like, I've been doing running back all my life, and now y'all saying I'm primary a receiver now. I'm just, yeah, working me on receiver. I got to do all this, and that. And I already feel behind because I never been like real serious at receiver. I never really played receiver like that, and y'all like, all right, you're a receiver now, so we're gonna need this, and that. Know the plays, but that was really easy, like getting on me because first year on varsity, but still it was a really big adjustment for me.
Mm-hmm. And what would you say motivates you? Because obviously football is a tough sport. If you're not motivated, like you're gonna get ran over. So what would you say motivates you?
What motivates me is like seeing guys from our community get up there. So like my friend Dylan Tatum, you got Donovan Edwards and Will Johnson. I completely forgot I played against Will Johnson. I completely forgot about that. He jogged and scored every time he got the ball. So it was,
Seriously.
yeah. So he was him and Jordan, definitely the most talented people. But
Yeah.
seeing people from our community, people I talk to, being able to make it to that next level, and show out. It's like, bro, we can do this because they don't really expect Michigan to have real football players like that. It's always
Hmm.
the down south, 6'3", 230. Like, we got some dogs up here too. So
Yeah. And do you have any advice for people just trying to earn a starting spot on varsity? Like, what's some advice that you'd have for them?
I say the easiest way to start on varsity is just to study the playbook. Even if you're not like the fastest guy on the team or the shiftiest guy, if you know the playbook, a coach will put you out there more if he trusts you. So
Hmm.
that's really what I say. Know the playbook. No talent, no matter how talented you is, if you don't know the playbook, you're not going to play. But if you know it, you know the basis, then you good.
Hmm. So, what's some training that you do for track? Because obviously you've got to be fast if you're the national champion. Like that goes without saying. But what have you found are some of the best drills or workouts to just gain speed?
I feel like you know, like the best workout to me is the 250s, 250 repeats, 150s. Coach Derek, my AU coach for 16 ways, he does a great job at like coaching us up with mechanics and stuff like that to help, with speed. And then when we put it all together, he likes to torture us every once in a while with 10 400s. So, I mean, it's, it's brutal, but it all works out. So I kind of like the mix of speed workouts with the 250s and 150s and stuff like that to help out with the last like stretch of the four. So
Hmm.
it really depends on what you run for how your training is based off of.
Okay. And then what would you say are some of the most effective workouts that you've found, especially in your transition to wide receiver, that have helped you make that adjustment like most effectively?
Um, footwork, all footwork, and getting low. Yes, that's really it. The key to being a receiver is footwork, and hand-eye coordination drills. So those are real simple workouts, but they go a long way.
Hmm. So, I'm I have a few more questions for you. So, what is like one moment that you remember just vividly, like every time you think of it, is a smile pops in your head?
Um, winning the winning the 200 meter last year, winning long jump last year, and winning the 400 meter. Like any of those moments, when I think of Junior Olympics in general, like it's like, man, I did that, you know, because it's a nationwide, competition. Of course, you go on a football field and be like, man, I remember when he took his ankles, but it's like that's local. No matter who it is, it's local. There's gonna be somebody out there. So I like the feeling of I know there's other people out there, but they couldn't beat me that year. So that's kind of what gets me gets that joy on my face.
Mhm. And then, you I'm just gonna ask this question. I think you've already mentioned it, but what was your welcome to varsity moment?
Yeah, Logan Varsity moment. I had when Jordan threw me on the bubble screen. I mean, what really happened was you knew about was crazy, and Kalen Shaw was blocking for me. I went to the outside of him, and then like right when I cleared the block, he came flying out of nowhere and just knocked the wind out of me, dog. And I'm like spinning in circles, and he just I'm on the ground, I'm still spinning. That was like a real, hey man, we get we get down over here type moment because I was nothing but like 140 then, so
Yeah.
taking a hit from him was pretty crazy.
Yeah. And just my final question for you is what's been your most effective way of balancing just school and sports?
Not procrastinating, getting it done, And even if you have like, people that got the same work as you, y'all can help each other out, always ask questions, but it's like it's not procrastinating, man. Because you got football practice for like 3 hours, man. You're not gonna get it done when you get home. You'll be too tired. So you might as well just while you're in class, just get it done right then and there. So
Hmm. And I lied to you. I have one more question. Uh
it's all good, man.
so so you have a few major D1 offers. Is there any college out of those D1 offers that you'd say that you're leaning towards right now?
I got a few. I got two that I have in mind right now, but I got a few colleges that I've been talking to that's that's up there. So I'll say out of the offers I got right now, I'm definitely thinking about committing somewhere, inside or outside that jurisdictions for because I'm looking
Hmm.
for a track team too. I'm trying to
Yeah.
go for dual sports, but definitely been talking to a few schools. A school that I like talking to right now is in Kentucky.
Hmm.
Kentucky's been a very consistent and they're a really good program. So
Yeah. They have a good program for both football and track. I was just watching right before this, I was just watching the Kentucky Florida game, which that's been a very entertaining game so far. But yeah, so
mm.
before I head out, is there anything else you want to say or anyone you want to shout out?
um, I just want to say for all the other athletes that's out there, do the best you can in school. Honestly, like coaches and them, they'll tell you like, oh yeah, school's important. They're gonna ask you for your GPA. They're gonna do this, and you're like, bro, I'm not tripping because you think so. Freshman, sophomore year, you got time, but you really don't. Like I'm like in the transition of realizing like, bro, I don't have time. You can't bring it up by a whole point in the year. Like it's just not possible to do that. So I say start off strong your freshman year. My freshman year unfortunately was with the COVID year. So that was kind of messed up for me. But say make a Twitter, get your voice and everything out there. Make people know that you're there. So that's basically all I gotta say. And do it for the shout outs. I like to shout out Coach Derek from 16 Ways with the track accomplishments for helping me, good coaching and helping me get to where I want to get to. Chippewa Valley for giving me a chance and allowing me to allow me to play for their program. It's not easy playing for a MAC red D1 school. We
Mm,
got about 70 kids on the team. And
well,
we probably got like 20 kids I want to do your position. So,
yeah.
you know, I say, especially bringing me up from like my sophomore year, I appreciate that they actually saw something in me.
Hmm.
Uh, we'll have a good year, Ray Sean, Hester, Sean Lanyard, Cash Shaw, Kalen. We have a real good year. We got a strong five linemen. So I'm just ready to see how the year gonna go, honestly. Can't say too much right now, but we ready.
Yeah, we're starting the year off strong. Already got a few big wins over Catholic Central, Lance Cruz, and Eisenhower, if I'm correct. Is
Mm.
Eisenhower is that a league game?
Yeah, that was a league game.
Okay, because I don't think Lance Cruz. I no actually Lance Cruz isn't a league game because they just moved up from our division, which is 2 divisions down.
Oh
But
wow.
yeah, I did. That was not a fun game last year for us either. That was their homecoming. That was bad.
Oh,
We
that's
we could
crazy.
have won that game, and then we just played terrible the second half and threw it away. But yeah, thank you, man, for coming on, and I wish the best of luck to you this season.
No problem. Thank you for allowing me to be out here, man. I appreciate the opportunity for this.
Yeah. I'd like to thank Shamar for coming on to today's show. He's a great athlete, and I had a ton of fun doing this interview. I'll have his socials linked in the bio. If you're new here, catch up on all the episodes that you've missed. As always, my name is Calvin Custance, and this is The Blueprint.